Last time on Band of Bothers. Our adventurers had managed to reach the city of Elderspell, the centre of arcane learning in the nation of Aldwater, or at least the southern part of it anyway. They came here looking for help researching the corruption affecting the nearby lake and surrounding areas, and managed to find two allies who will help them in this. First was a Ratman scholar who agreed to go through all the research documents and notes they had gathered along their journey. And the second was a very well-dressed human woman named Amy, who turned out to be one of Barlam's many nieces.
One of them. Just one of them.
She claimed to be a Rift Warden, who are an elite group of mages sponsored by the followers of Melinda. Their job is to investigate rifts in space and time and seal them again. And because of this, she seems to have been in contact with Kyrad, who was a druid who has also been looking into the lake that you all met a few episodes back at least. After gathering these allies, the group settled down to sleep at a tavern called the Apprentice's Arms, where they were accosted by the bizarre cultists Esme and Saga. Seeing the tide turning against her, Esme leapt out of the window and tried to escape, but Barlam was having none of it. The fight was close, but Barlam's tricks and bluffs managed to keep Esme off balance. They defeated Esme and cleaned up the scene of the crime and went back to bed, satisfied of a job well done.
They cleaned up the what?
Yes, I was thinking this as well.
The scene of the crime.
Okay.
It sounds like scene to me.
Good day everyone, and welcome to Band of Bothers, an actual play Pathfinder podcast. I am the host and GM of this game and podcast, Stephen, and with me today I have the usual cast of colourful and crazy characters. Pete, who are you and who do you play?
I am Snork. I am some sort of
thing,
abomination that's tiny and likes fire.
We call those a goblin.
Yes, I'm one of them.
Okay, a goblin fire sorcerer. Josephine, who are you and who are you playing?
My name's Josephine. I play Frida, the half-elf, who is a druid with her companion Teapot, the white lioness.
Nicely said. Ed.
I'm playing Alpheus, the animus druid wolf shaman thing. With me, I also have Snuffles, the white wolf.
For the listeners at home, what the heck is an animus? Besides that thing from Assassin's Creed.
No. It's a guy that has an animal head. In this case, it's a dog head, a doge head, and then a Shiva head.
A dog head.
A doggo head.
And saving the best for last, Twermus. Who are you and what are you doing here?
I am a rogue. I'm a human and I'm boring. And yeah.
What's your character called?
It's Barlam. Barlam.
B. He's a bar lamb.
No. He could be like...
Yeah, we call you Lammy.
Lammy.
Jammy Lammy.
Or he could be like a modern pop singer, like Bar I Am or something. Because, yeah, you know. And then just modulate his voice.
Wonderful. So, we will begin the next day. Alpheus, Sagat said she was going to meet you in the morning, but she is long gone. She's left no sign that she was ever even there. All you can do is assume that killing Esme kind of forced her to leave.
And on cue, right as he's waking up and, you know, thinking about things and scratching his ears, he smells bacon.
Oh.
Because I'm bringing it to his door.
I say, didn't you throw it out the window and it hit Snork last time?
No, this is different bacon.
I'm buying bacon and bringing it to him for being a good boy.
Ah, okay, sorry, I won't interrupt, carry on.
Yeah, I knock on his door.
Alpheus smells the bacon before he even sees it, runs to the door and opens it with his tongue out. A massive smile is on his face and he's like, Barlam! I mean bacon!
You shush. He's a bit drunk, by the way, Barlam. He's started early. It's the reason he's getting emotional and giving him bacon. I brought you a bit, so shush and just eat it. I place the platter on the floor and just shamble away. You're a good boy. I shave my shoulder.
I will never forget this.
I get like a Walking Dead game thing, like where it goes like, he'll never forget this.
Yeah.
Or like,
Exactly
like
like
giving
that.
a gift in like Dragon Age.
Oh, yeah.
Alpheus likes this.
Yes.
Friendship +3.
Yeah,
Yeah,
plus three
little
and a
plus
heart.
3 appears, yeah.
Yeah.
Without any further thought, instead of picking up the plate from the floor, he goes down to the floor and just eats it off there.
I didn't bring a fork. I knew that.
Yeah, it's just like
Nom nom nom. And it's 2.5 seconds and it's gone.
Yep,
Just
exactly.
disappeared.
He looks at Snuffles and goes, "What?"
Nah.
Cool.
Are we sitting in the inn, did we say?
We were, yeah.
I order a nice drink of hot mead.
It's always a bit weird to say you're staying in an inn.
Well, you can't stay in and out, can you?
Is it actually stay at an inn?
Stay
At or stay in?
What's at an inn? Like, what's happening?
you stay at an inn, you stay...
At the local inn.
Yeah, both work.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Bakel. Baklava.
Okay, so you're done with your scene.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was creating a scene.
Well, Alpheus appreciated it and now we're breakfasting, I think.
Yeah. Do I get XP?
My character's still asleep, but I was up late.
I'm just a bit drunk. Like, I'm preparing to meet Amy and I prepared to give a gift to Alpheus out of my own volition.
Which Alpheus has already devoured.
He's one of those emotionally quiet uncles who drinks and can then only show emotion.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Alpheus will bring up, that old lady visited me last night and she said she'd be back and she didn't come back.
I know. I assumed it.
Well,
And that's why you should only get your bacon from me, a trusted reseller.
Stamp of approval.
Yeah, Barlam's approval. Barlam's bacon. Yeah, that should be a thing, I think.
Holland bacon.
We now know what Barlam's going to be doing with his money at the end of this quest.
Exactly.
Investing into bacon.
Pigs cost 50 gold. They're an investment, but you buy 2 of them and you get more, so...
But basically, there's a bakery. Can there not be a baconery?
Oh, God.
They can if you want.
It's just better in every single way.
it just becomes a cafe at that point.
No, but you bake things, but you also bake bacon.
I can afford a pig.
Oh, I can afford a pig. Oh, you little pigs. Come here.
I have 50 gold.
Do I actually have money? I don't actually know.
I have 67 gold.
Yeah, the last money we got was from Pavanoctis person.
Patenoctis. Oh, I do have 370 gold. Oh shit, that's 7 pigs.
7 pigs.
7 pigs. That should be the name of my baconery.
7 pigs.
Yeah.
Alpheus would be like your best customer.
Yeah, exactly.
Spend his entire day wages on bacon.
All dog guys welcome. All doggos.
So is there anything else you guys wish to do in the morning? Frida and Snork, what are you two up to this morning?
Well, I overslept.
I have mead.
Okay, so Snork has gotten drinking a bit early. Is this common for Snork? Does the party never stop with him?
He's just drinking with me because I said I was drinking early.
Fair enough. Do you two have anything you wish to talk about whilst you're drinking? Or are you doing the bloke thing where you're just sitting there enjoying each other's company whilst not saying anything?
I think it's more like the goblin trying to start conversation and I'm like, shush, no.
I'm not drunk enough to converse yet.
I do pay for both of our drinks, but I still make him shut up for drinking. I paid 2 gold for drinking.
Fair enough.
That's a lot of drink.
That is.
In old D&D terms, that's like 200 pints of ale.
Jesus Christ.
A mug of ale costs 4 copper.
Oh, so prices have really gone up since D&D 2.
It's inflation, mate.
Yeah, jeez.
So Alpheus then comes down the stairs and greets everyone and says, "We still have Esme in a bag. What should we do with her?"
I suggest that we interrogate her soul, and then we get the ashes.
Okay.
The soul. You can't say soul like just soul. You have to say it like soul.
So where are we going to interrogate this soul?
The closest temple should be best for interrogating the soul.
Is it the Temple of Souls?
Yeah, I think it
I
is.
solely believe that we should go there.
There's something in my foot soul.
Barlam, your niece was talking about going to the local temple because she works for them essentially, so...
Barlam, your niece has a good soul.
Yeah, she does. Have a good soul. So,
I like to eat soul. They're a good fish.
Oh, yeah. It's my sole reason for living.
That was soul destroying.
What time is it?
What? It's about 6 days from now.
Yeah, Amy's just like, where the hell are they?
We got a bit drunk.
Has she done one of those NPC things where they just stand in that place for ages until you go to them?
Yeah.
So I come down, woken up late, and of course meditated late to find you two getting drunk.
Already drunk because you woke up late.
He's still pretty drunk. He bought 50 frickin' ales.
No, I think I bought like nice whiskey and, a bit of brandy, a bit of ale, a bit of breakfast.
Oh, breakfast.
The bacon for Alpheus, that kind of thing.
Fair enough. Well, 1 cup of whiskey is 1 silver, so yeah, whiskey would bring the price up quite quickly.
Anyway, we're drunk. I'm drunk. Hey! Top of the morning to ya.
Say 11.
Alava.
Wonderful.
So we're supposed to be meeting up with someone today, and you're drunk off your tits.
Yeah, about 12 o'clock or something.
Right.
Let's
Okay.
go then.
I am a responsible adult.
After I've had a cup of tea.
Okay.
Dwarf duck tea.
Hey, that's a man after me heart. I also changed my accent when I'm drunk.
Okay. You all head to the library after a hearty breakfast of tea, alcohol, and bacon. There's everything a growing boy needs.
Yup.
And you see at the front of the library, Amy is waiting for you. She's wearing a different yet no less fabulous looking dress, but something seems a bit off. You see there is another woman who is there, and she seems to be scolding her for some reason. The other woman is wearing a dress of purple and gold with a butterfly motif engraved elegantly along one side. Barlam and Snork, you've both spent enough time in arcane academy cities that you recognise that the woman's attire is that of a priestess of Melinda, the religion that Amy is supposed to work for. She seems to be getting told off.
Okay, so he sees that she's getting told off and he's too drunk to care about her place in the world or her status or her station. So he just shouts like from 60 feet away, "Oi, what you getting in her hair for?"
Okay.
I just facepalm.
Oi!
Yes, Amy goes bright red seeing that you guys are there, and she's just like, "Sorry, could you give us a minute, please?"
No! It seems you've already gotten a minute or two with that nagging.
We're already here, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just 1 minute, we're nearly done.
I go uncomfortably close, like 5 feet away and listen and stand there waving a bit.
So 5 foot, so you're basically right next to her.
Yeah? Just really drunk, reeking of vodka.
Both of them just kind of look at you. Neither are really sure how to proceed from here. You've completely kind of
Destroyed the situation.
stolen the thunder of the mood they're in.
I think you had your words, priestess. Move along. We have business to attend to. And he burps.
And just burying my face in my hands like, oh no.
Uncle Barlam, are you drunk?
You're not drunk? Why not?
It's not even midday yet.
Yeah, so?
She looks to the rest of you, it's like, is this normal with him?
It's as
looks
normal as
kind
I
of-
want
she-
to. I killed a
She
person
looks
last
actually
night.
quite concerned.
I killed a person last night. Mama! Ooh. We talked to Aunt Amy, or Aunt May or Amy, and
Hey, May.
talked to her about what happened last night and how Barlam, her uncle, managed to almost single-handedly kill that bitch.
Fair enough.
Almost single-handedly. I'm pretty sure you did single-handedly do it. No one else hit her.
Yeah, I did all the damage, but she could have gone back to whatever her place would have been with the artifacts had Alpheus not kicked the artifacts away like a good boy.
Basically, you killed her and Alpheus helped.
Yeah, if we weren't playing soccer or football in English terms, I would have been the guy who did the goal, but Alpheus would have been the guy who passed me.
Oh, he got an assist.
Yeah,
Where does that make Frida then? She did all the cleanup.
Frida was like manager of the team.
She was the one with the towels.
Yeah, she's towel boy.
Now he's on the bench.
Or cheerleader.
Green little cheerleader.
She looks even more concerned now, like, okay. The priestess just kind of like puts her hand on one hip, just like kind of cocks an eyebrow, like, oh, go on, I'd like to hear this.
Is it none of your business? Get a walk on.
You're the one shouting about killing a person. It seems you want to talk about it.
No, I threw a fucking tile at her head and I hit squarely in the back.
I threw a fucking tile at her
That
head.
was amazing.
My name is Michael Caine, and I threw a tile at her head.
My name was Michael Caine. It's all about the angle, you see. Right. It was a dream. It was all a dream.
It was a very realistic dream.
Yeah, very, very realistic. A shared dream, which is not privy to you, priestess. Move along.
Roll a bluff check, please.
That's gonna fail considering you're drunk.
I rolled a 2 plus 8.
Don't even need to worry about applying the modifiers, so let's see.
My dice roll play real well. I've trained them.
Yep. Yeah, she just kind of looks at Amy. She's like, just remember what we were talking about.
I yawned loudly.
And keep an eye on him. Amy just kind of like lowers her head, kind of sulking a bit. And she's like, yes, ma'am.
Hello, ma'am. My name's Alpheus. Who are you?
Don't make greetings, Alpheus. You got your bacon. Shut up.
But I want to know who she is.
No, you don't. She's a nagger. She's a do-no-gooder.
She's a Naga. Oh, dear.
Oh, no, a nagger. She nags.
Oh, I can't wait to see a snake tail.
Yeah. What? So yeah, is the priest left? Has she left?
She's just kind of saying goodbye, just kind of giving you all weird looks.
I give her the weirdest looks. The drunkest, weirdest looks.
She'll be on her way.
Bye.
Bye. Hope we meet you again soon.
I don't.
I do.
Bye. So, Amy, what a pleasant surprise. Haven't seen you in years.
You saw me yesterday?
Did I?
Yes.
Yes.
Ah, I also killed a person yesterday. No, it was a dream. Nah.
It's all a dream.
Yeah. So how it goes? He's in a much more social mood than yesterday.
Yeah, but she's been completely thrown off. She really doesn't know how to handle this situation. I mean, you came up being really rude, stinking of booze, and talking about killing a person.
Didn't your father used to drink? Stop giving me that stink eye.
It's not so much the stink eye as it's more like a concerned look, kind of a bit worried.
I'm fine. What was that all about? What was she giving you a hard time for?
I don't really want to talk about it.
Okay, let's go. What's next in the agenda?
I'm as mortified as you are.
Yeah, so if you don't want to talk about it, let's not force it. And I know that as a young girl, you actually want to talk about it, but you're just saying you don't want to talk about it. But if you don't want to talk about it, then no, sir. Yeah. I've been through a couple trips around the sun, you know, so I know what you mean. Talk about it when you want to.
Maybe we can cheer you up.
Yeah.
Hi, Amy.
I pull out a bottle of vodka from my jacket. Hey!
Where was that? What? She old enough to drink?
In a medieval world, everyone drunk since the age of 4.
In all fairness, there's quite a few societies where alcohol is cleaner than water, so
Yeah.
it's safer to drink.
Yeah, they used to use whiskey for teething.
But this area is not that bad because it's an extremely wealthy country, so there is safe drinking water and stuff. But even so, she's probably had drinks in the past, but she doesn't seem to want any right now. It's like 11 a.m.
I can speak for myself with my constitution of 8.
Yes. Well, since you're in such a good mood, maybe you'll consider writing a letter for Grandma, your mother. She does miss you.
I'm not in a good mood, especially after that. What are you talking about?
I could write the letter for you. That'd be interesting.
None about what's up with Mum.
Nothing. You're never at the family gatherings, so she asks about you a lot.
Is this a morning about showing shade on people? Come on then.
Well, no, I was just saying, I mean...
What's your real business here? Come on, you got something world-saving you to talk about, right?
Yeah, I can't quite remember why we're here.
Yeah, exactly. I can't remember why I'm here.
Yeah, last night was a bit long.
Yeah, it was. I think I punched a girl or something.
You said you needed to talk to someone in the library about your notes?
Yeah.
Research?
Yeah.
That thing.
Well, are you sure you don't want to go sleep it off? I can go to the library if you want.
Well, no, I'm fine.
Oh god, he didn't react well to the rat man last time. Imagine how he's going to act now.
I think I'll find him a pleasurable companion because I saw a lot of rats last night.
Oh, for goodness sake.
I killed a rat too.
Okay.
I like rat people.
This whole time, I've been holding on to the dog's tail whilst asleep and it's been dragged around everywhere because I'm that drunk.
Like being guided forward by a dog. Yeah, he's your guide dog.
He has like, what breed of dog do you have? Like a...
Burmese mountain dog.
That's right.
That's it, Burmese mountain dog.
Yeah.
Oh, you have a Burmese mountain dog.
Yeah, he pulls me a little chariot round.
Yeah, that's really nice being a drunk.
Did we forget all about the chariot race we had a few episodes back?
Oh yeah, I remember.
Do you forget-
I remember shooting you through the heart almost.
Yes.
Do you forget that last time he tried to do like a Mask of Zorro jump out his window to land on his dog, or in this case chariot, and wound up landing stomach first on the side of his chariot?
you got like a slip disc or something.
And then got covered in bacon.
Yeah, slip disc and covered in bacon. That should be a band. So yeah, let's go to the library then.
Yeah. Alpheus swishes his new cloak over him and goes forth.
I offer Alpheus a swig of vodka.
Alpheus sniffs it and is like, oh,
Come on, you're gonna be a man.
He definitely swigs it.
Yeah.
You're teaching him bad habits.
I say, Alpheus, if you finish that whole bottle right now, I'm gonna buy you a plate full of bacon.
Do you mean it?
Yes. I look him straight in the eyes. I do.
Alpheus has a twinkle in his own eye and then he glugs the whole thing as fast as possible.
Oi, 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 oi.
Now I'm just covering my mouth in shock and horror.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be a best library running ever.
Please go back.
Alpheus, make me a fortitude save.
We are already shambling towards the library.
No.
You guys are like right outside the library, so you'll be heading in. But Alpheus, roll me a fortitude save, please. And remember, you have a +1 because of your cloak.
Oh, yeah.
I'm at the door of the library. I open it and I shout in.
You speak with animals. I'm gonna speak with Alpheus's dog.
Oh no. Basically, Alpheus is currently chugging an entire bottle of vodka and Barlam's going chug, chug, chug. And during this time, you're going to have a quick word with Snuffles. What'd you say?
Snuffles?
Oh.
Snuffles, can you help Alpheus back to his bed? I think he's being really silly.
Alpheus, yeah, not me.
Yeah, speak with animals. So, let's see. Alpheus is Master, Alpha Boss.
For you at home, this is what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Good timing.
That one wasn't me. That was Harley.
Yeah.
He's the leader. He does what he does. I follow. He doesn't seem willing to go against his alpha.
And while that's happening, I get to the door and I shout in after opening the door, "Hey, knowledge rat, we need you."
Okay, I'm not gonna be in the library at this point. I'm just keeping outside.
Knowledge rat.
You hear a whole bunch of people suddenly turn around and go,
What? Are the books going to get damaged if I shout?
Alpheus pukes up a little bit.
Not enough. Needs to puke up more.
There we go. Is that better?
Okay, Barlam, can you make me just a flat D20, please?
Yeah?
Please remind me what prestidigitation does.
You can do minor tricks.
It does whatever you really want to do with it. It's anything small, like magic tricks. You can clean things, you can change the smell of things, change the flavour of things.
It's an illusion.
Think about really common things mages and wizards do in Disney cartoons.
Right.
Yeah, like magician stuff.
Like walking mops?
How about, yeah. Or making food taste different, or, small illusions and whatnot.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's a 12 for the flat D20.
Okay.
My charisma is 14.
Well, no, it's not that. This is just to see how long something takes.
Oh.
Yeah, Snork, were you wanting to do something then?
I'm still asleep.
Still asleep. You're here. You're at the library with everyone.
Yeah, but he's asleep.
He's in the chariot, isn't he?
The dog's
Oh.
walking and following the group. I'm just in the chariot asleep. It was a long night. I fell out a window. I've got to recover somehow.
And even though I have a constitution 8, I'm only awake and so drunk because I've got age and my liver's gotten used to
I
it.
heard that as AIDS.
Oh, you hear your things the worst way.
I do.
But anyway, he's staying up out of spite.
So yes, a fairly disgruntled looking elderly man comes over and he's like, "Sir, I would ask you to keep your voice down. People are trying to study."
Okay.
Alpheus
Okay.
accidentally pukes up a little bit on him.
Right.
I'm so glad I'm outside at this point.
I wake up in shock and accidentally cast Spark in the library.
You're not inside the library yet. You're
Doors.
Barlam's in the doorway and he's getting told off by an old man. And I believe Alfia just threw up on the old man.
Yes, he did.
I accidentally cast Spark on the old man.
Fortunately, it doesn't do anything because Spark only works on unattended items.
Does it not, set fire to his clothes? It could be dry outside.
No, because they're attended, they're in his possession.
Right, I get it.
I turn over my shoulder and I say to the goblin, "Shush now, adults are talking." I turn back to the old man and I say, "Okay, I'm sorry, where's the knowledge rat?"
I think his name was Knick-Knack
Oh, Nick-Knack.
or something.
Really? Was that what I called him?
No, it was Nick-Kick or something.
Nick-Knack.
But Alfie's called him Knick-Knack.
Oh yeah, he's got a Nick-Knack.
I don't feel so good.
We need him urgently.
Okay, he seems to understand who you mean. I just rolled to see if he could figure out who you meant. He's like, Nikik.
Kinnick, yeah.
Okay, I'll ask for your group to please just wait out here and I will get him to come to you.
Okay.
Good plan.
I sit down on the library steps.
I get up. I wander into the library behind the man, hopefully not noticing me. I'm half asleep.
Before he does that, I grab his clothing and don't permit him going inside. Shh. Stay out.
I touch a fatigue him because he's already drunk. It should take an effect
Shush.
straight away.
Shh.
What? You're touch of fatiguing Barlam.
Yes.
And Barlam, you're going to try and pull him away from the library.
I'm trying to, like a drunken grab, to deny him going inside.
Okay, because the two of you are basically trying to do things to each other quicker than the other, I'd ask you to both roll an initiative check, please.
Okay.
Just so we can see who goes first.
Does he get a minus for being drunk?
You also do,
I'm not drunk.
but you are.
I've been asleep?
You said that you were up drinking with him.
Okay, yeah,
You
okay.
haven't slept for that much.
You're just as drunk as he is.
Okay.
13
I got a 14 plus, what's my initiative?
plus 5. Oh yeah, you're right. You won easily.
Okay.
I faintly grab at you but can't connect. If it just touches me with a spell that makes me fatigued, I just fall asleep on the steps.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
Okay, so that's what we'll say happens.
Yeah, I accept that.
I follow him in, I get to the main desk and ask for the nearest fortune teller. But it comes out as, I have the fortune tuner.
Yeah. Alfie shouts down the hall, you tell him.
Fortune tuner. Okay, let's see if he's able to figure out what you're saying. Yeah, I guess so. Fortune teller.
Yes.
There's probably one down by the market district. That's where people normally sell their wares and services.
I waddle. On my way out, I'm waddling out the building. I bump into a bookshelf. The chicken falls out my hat. I put the chicken back in my hat. Bump into a bust. Knock the bust onto the floor. And then look at the bust and say, your fault. And then walk out the door.
Yeah, you tell him.
And then I turn around and go, I need to go Market Street. Bye. And then fall asleep in my chariot again.
Bye.
And the dog slowly is taking me over to the market district.
Okay, it's around this time that a couple of guard members will show up because there's a considerable amount of disturbance taking place right now from 3 drunken idiots.
I'm so glad I'm not with them.
Hey, Frida, come join me.
No! Go away! I'm
Frida.
having none of this!
Frida.
You made your bed, now lie in it.
Where are you right now?
Frida.
I'm across the street.
Frida.
Freedom.
You're watching this slow motion train wreck.
Yeah.
The 3 guards will come on over. They'll stop the dog from going off and they'll be, hello, what's all this then?
Hello.
English Bobby's here. How can I help you today, son?
Yeah, hello.
Since 2 of the drunks are asleep right now, they're going to be turning their attention to Alpheus.
Oh, hi, yeah. Why are you staring at me? Stop staring. Oh, you must mean my face. Yeah. It's normally like this. I'm sorry, I can't help being a dog, but that's the way things are. Who are you?
It is like that, and that's the way it is. You sound like an old man.
We've had reports of public disturbances from you 3.
Oh.
I wake up and go, disturbance?
In the force.
Yeah, I was about to say that, shut up. What do you mean? I just woke up.
Disturbing the peace.
The peace.
But I just woke up.
At this point, Alpheus turns to Barlam and does create water to wake him up. Splashed water in your face.
What you want? Nah, why?
Have you gentlemen been drinking?
No, sir, no.
Nah.
Little bit.
No, that was a dream.
A tiny bit of water.
Everyone roll a bluff check, please. Even Snork, but yours is less of a lie, because at least you admit.
3.
21.
16.
I think I speak for all of us when I say that we are an urgent business from the druid.
Knick-knack.
No, the druid.
You sounded a bit like Michael Caine. I think I spoke for... I can't do his voice anymore. I think I spoke for all of us. I only told you to blow the bloody doors off.
For the druid kite rack. What? You got 22.
Ah, all the guards always. Step aside, criminal scum.
Looking at the 3 of you, they seem to believe that Barlam is the most sober out of you all, and that Snork is the most drunk. They just kind of sigh and go, look, you're kind of causing a nuisance, you're being loud and disruptive, and you people are kind of unhappy. Then there's like a librarian there kind of shaking his fist at you guys.
Covered in sick.
How about we take you guys back to wherever you're staying and you just spend a couple hours sobering up, get some coffee in you.
No, we're here.
But I got to go to the market district.
We don't want to have to take you in, just let's take you back to wherever you're staying and let you sleep this off.
Can I roll a bluff check?
We need to make a thing about this, alright?
If you'll carry me. I actually try to stand up, and I fail to stand up because I'm actually very, very, very drunk.
Alright, they will help you up. They are trying to be as reasonable as possible here. They don't want to make a big scene out of
I'll
this.
buy you blokes a copper if you take me back.
And will you 2 come along as well?
They will. They're just kids.
Oh, but we were already here.
No, we can come back later. It's like one block or something.
Yeah, but we're not pished.
No, we are.
Can prestidigitation stop me from being drunk?
No.
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 Damn.
No.
Not this drunk.
There is a spell that helps against being drunk, but none of you have it. Amy will speak up and go, well, how about you three head back and just take it easy, and Frida and I can go into the library.
Frida.
We'll take care of it for you.
Frida, it's up to you, Frida.
No, we can come back a few hours later. It's not that busy.
No, let Frida.
No, we're gonna go together.
And Mr. Snork, you wanted something from market. We could pick something up for you as well on the way back.
I got it.
This is the best, hands down, the best police service I've ever seen. Like in all the worlds.
In England, our police are extremely polite and reasonable.
And this is fantasy England.
What?
Yeah, where?
They don't fear they're going to get shot, so they don't decide to shoot people on sight for no
shit.
reason.
Getting political.
Shots fired.
Yeah, that's kind of the problem. But no,
Snap.
Oh shit.
Oh, he went there.
you're just being a bit of a nuisance, so all they're trying to do is get you out the way where you're not going to harm yourselves or anyone else, and where you're not going to be a nuisance.
If you carry me back, I'll buy you guys a cuppa, and I will be silent as a feather.
Silent as a feather.
And Snork's already asleep, he's stated that, so Alpheus, you're the only one left.
I'm actually quite a light person.
I come forward and I talk to his dog again and I say, are you going to help him back now?
I guess. If the master wants to go back, we'll go back.
If you come back, you'll get double bacon platter.
By the blood of Saint Fade, yes.
And with that, the guards will help those of you who are unable to walk. In Snork's case, they'll just make sure you're safely on your chariot and the dog moves slowly to where they need you to go.
Can I be done for riding the chariot drunk?
I'm pretty sure that in this kind of era there aren't drink driving laws.
I'm pretty safe then.
You are, yes.
To the kebabs.
To the kebab shop, if you please.
Amy just kind of informs them that you guys are staying at the Apprentice's Arms, just so that you don't give them the wrong directions. Yeah, the three of you will be taken off until it's just Frida and Amy who are left.
Yeah, I give the guards a tip each and say, thank you, I'm really sorry about this.
Just the tip.
It's alright, we get this sort of thing from time to time. I mean, it is sports ball season, so it happens more often than we'd care to admit.
Sports ball.
Did you actually say sports ball?
What was the teams that we had?
So guys, this is how much nerds know about football. It's the sports ball season. Team names are the Reds and the Blues.
There's the Elderspell Wanderers, which is the local team, and
The Bathmont Barbarians.
Oh, Crystal Prismas.
Crystal Palace kind of rip.
Yeah,
Crystal Prismus.
Crystal Pricks, no, wait.
Crystal Prism I was thinking of, but yeah.
Crystal Prism, yeah.
Hashtag sports ball.
No, that's the thing for the ages. Nerds know about sports.
So how's sports ball played?
With a ball.
You throw the thing and you get points.
It's actually quite interesting. There is a sports ball game that is played by various mage academies around the world, and it's very highly competitive.
Oh,
a
so
lot
they
like
are also nerds and they don't know about football terms, so they're just calling it sports ball between themselves.
Every match is entirely different with totally different rules.
Yeah, exactly. They make up rules every time.
That's what makes it interesting, is no two games are the same, and because different schools specialise in different sorts of magic, it can get quite wild. I mean, particularly when the gnomes are around, because they love illusion magic.
Anyway, I sleep back at the inn with half a kebab in me.
So let's leave the three drunkards for a minute and see what Frida wants to do.
What's her name again?
Amy.
Amy, I would like to apologise. I have no idea what got into their mind to get drunk this morning. I woke up late to find the two of them in the bar getting absolutely drunk off their faces, and I could not believe
My
it.
name is Barlam,
You're not here right now.
but you should remember my name.
I was having breakfast with Barlam.
Barlam.
Is this something that he does often?
No, not often, no. But I think this is the first pub we've stayed in a long time. That's probably it.
Yes.
Oh, that's right, because there was a roadside inn, but you guys had no money because you chose not to hang out with that merchant, so you didn't have money.
Literally, the last time we stayed anywhere was in Bathmont before the journey really began with everyone.
Ah, what's this about them killing someone?
There was an incident last night. I was sleeping, and I was attacked in my sleep. Barlam saved my life.
Oh, is this something that happens often?
No.
Yes. Yes.
Recently.
It involves the whole situation with the lake. We found someone who was to do with the situation, who had done something, but we were just starting to learn what was going on, and for some strange reason, this woman, she attacked me before, and I think she held a grudge that I got away, and she came back for me.
And that's who Uncle Barlam killed then?
Yes, he was killed there to save my life. If it wasn't for him, I don't know what would have happened.
Oh, okay, so that doesn't sound so bad.
He's a good man at heart, be it a bit stupid sometimes.
He made it sound far worse than it was then.
He's drunk.
Is that why he's drinking? Because
Maybe.
guys, was it a particularly difficult fight? Is he traumatized by it?
I don't know. That's the thing with Barlam. I don't know. He doesn't show his emotions, so I have no idea if it's affected him.
Okay. Hopefully he'll feel better once he's slept this off a bit.
Yeah, but it was quite a difficult night. It's even sadder, the person that attacked me I knew growing up.
Oh no.
And it's so sad to see that she fell so far. I'll of course be sending the remains back to her family later on when I get the chance.
Well, that is a shame, but at least Uncle Barlam was able to protect you from her.
Exactly. His heart's in the right place. He's not gone the right way about things afterwards and gotten absolutely drunk.
Should we go to the library, talk to this Nikik, I think he's...
Yeah, we need to get to the bottom of this because I fear that the woman, she was a part of a group that led to what happened at the lake.
Okay, well, let's go in there then and check this out. The two of you will head into the library where you see Nikik, the Ratman scholar, helping the librarian lift the bust back onto its plinth. It's quite heavy. The librarian's quite an old man, so he's not that strong, and the Ratman is quite short because he's a rat. So it's taking the two of them to lift this thing back onto its plinth. Yes, you recognise him as the person you were looking for.
Hello, it's Frida. We met the other day?
Okay, before we begin, did I give this guy a voice?
Yes.
Like an accent?
No, hello.
No, it was more like higher pitched and sort of whinier.
Hello.
Oh, hello. Frida, right? Yes, we met yesterday. Where are your friends?
Dead.
They're back at the pub. I think they're sleeping in.
You hear the librarian sigh, oh, thank God. Oh, well, okay, so I've gone over the notes and the research. How about you and your friend come to my office and I'll put the kettle on, okay?
I just pull the line to my side and say, come on.
The three of you, Amy and Teapot, head to the Ratman's office. It's just as messy as it was the last time you were here, with books and notes and everything being everywhere. So he heads over and gets a small kettle and puts it over a bowl which he casts a fire spell into and rests it on top of that to boil the water. So he's like, okay, so how do you like your tea?
Just brew it a little.
Alright, let's see, the notes. Yes.
I just take out a fruitcake out from my bag and put it on the table.
So, the notes you gave me, very interesting stuff. Very interesting indeed. Let's see. I trust you've read the notes for yourself?
Not as of yet. I thought I'd give it to someone who knows about these things.
I think Barlam skimmed through them a bit, but that was about it. But you've been given random bits of information from Kyrad's notes, from Kyrad himself, and from Amy, so you kind of know bits and pieces of what's going on. Okay, so I'll start with the things that you probably don't know then. Firstly, in those notes written by that Kyrad fellow, he talks about the tower north of the lake, the one that he's suspicious about. It belongs to a wizard named Elros. He was a student at the academy before he got kicked out for some very dangerous experiments. He decided to set up shop close by though, so he could still get supplies, and, well, the city allowed it so that we could monitor him, but he hasn't been seen in a few months now, and the timeline of his disappearance and the first signs of corruption actually coincide. So I brought this to the authorities last night, and they have granted you permission to break into his tower to investigate if you want to.
Okay, it's probably for the best.
Yeah, he rummaging through a pile of scrolls, he takes one and tosses it to you. He's like, this scroll will remove the warding from the tower that's keeping you out, so
Thank you.
just use it and you'll be able to get in. Of course, any internal defences will still be active, so be careful.
We will.
Kettle's boiled, pours the tea, starts brewing it. Okay, so what's next? Oh yes, those cultists. It seems, from their notes at least, they are not actually responsible for the corruption. They don't know how or why this has happened, but they see it as a sign. There's a lot of religious spiel about how this is the beginning of the end and how this is their sign to act and that their Lord is coming and that he must pave the way.
Oh, so they're just religious nutters that have clinged onto a already happening disaster.
Yes, opportunists. Kinda nuttier than a fruitcake, I think, is what I'd say.
Funny, speaking of fruitcakes.
That's what made him think, because he's like kind of just looking at the fruitcake. From what's written, as mannequin hard to read as it is in places, it seems that they want to get their hands on a druid in order to be able to spread the corruption further and faster. Is this something you've noticed?
Yes.
Okay, they seem to believe that by spreading the corruption, they will make the world habitable for a being they refer to as the Nameless One, or he who is without name or age.
Doesn't sound good.
No, wasn't really able to dig up much about this thing, but from all the information we have regarding anything that's even close to that, the scrawlings seem to be the ramblings of madmen. The theories we have at the moment, that we think it's some kind of cosmic horror. Maybe it predates our entire planet, maybe our galaxy, maybe even the universe. We don't know. But whatever it is, it's probably not good. And if it comes here, would
be worse than what happened to the lake.
Yes, the cult is small, but very dedicated. It seems that without a nature mage, they aren't really that much of a threat. And the one who's spearheading the operation is someone that's referred in the papers as Esmelia?
Yes, she's the woman that came after me.
Ah, that makes sense. From the notes that this Kyrad made, it seems that the corruption seems to be transforming the natural world into the terrain of another world entirely. It's not something that belongs on this planet. So we think that our world must be inhospitable to this Nameless One. They feel that by spreading the corruption far enough, he can come on over. Stopping that would be a very good thing indeed.
Hopefully, Kyrad will be able to help us contain this.
Well, yes, I mean, his notes seem to have a containment ritual in them that he seems to think is quite important. Amy nods to this and she's like, that's what he's working on right now, actually. And really, that's about it, I suppose. From everything we have, it seems like so long as the cultists can't get their hands on a druid, they won't be too much of a threat. And if you're able to stop the cause of this, then things should start getting better. Right now, most of the evidence seems to point to this tower, Elros's tower.
So we need to go there and sort this mess out.
I would say it's the most prudent course of action.
We should be making plans then.
He finishes up the tea, hands it to you, he's like, sorry, tea's a bit late.
Thank you. You've been of great help.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Is his reward the fruitcake?
Yeah, do you have anything else you wish to ask him?
Not that I can think of.
Amy does pipe up. One thing that I know about this is that I think it's a rift to another alien world, another place of existence, as it were, that's seeking into ours. It's typically the Rift Warden's job to close those rifts, so if we can find the rift, then I should be able to close it. I'm going to be honest with you, Frida, I'm not actually a fully fledged Rift Warden yet.
So we need to find someone.
I'm just an apprentice.
You're kind of in the same boat as I am. I'm only starting out as a druid. My master sent me on this mission.
Well, when I met you all, I kind of wanted to make it seem like I was hot stuff, as it were.
Typical.
I kinda got in trouble because that tiefling I attacked yesterday, mistaken identity, it wasn't who I thought it was.
Oh, snap.
I mean, they make a good point. Why would a Blackfire adept be hanging out in the same city as the local headquarters of our church? We're enemies. It wouldn't make sense for him to be hiding right under our nose.
To be fair, I made mistakes in my training as well.
So, yes, as it stands, there aren't any of the proper Rift Wardens around right now. They're kind of handling some stuff elsewhere.
Oh dear.
I mean, one will be coming disciplinary for my actions, but that's going to be a while. I think it's probably best that we try to tackle this before then.
Yeah.
I'm pretty confident that I can close the rift if we find it. It might take me a bit longer than one of the masters it would.
I'm also on a journey. My master sent me to investigate this lake, and now it turns into like this big thing.
That sort of thing can happen from time to time. I mean, 1 minute you're out killing giant rats, and next thing you're saving the fate of a country.
Wait, he's the one saying killing giant rats. Being a rat person.
Sorry, kobolds. The rat person doesn't say anything. His cheeks are full of
Fruitcake.
Of fruitcake right now. He just kind of looks like...
Yeah.
He's eaten like half the fruitcake by himself.
Oh dear, that's got quite a bit of rum in it.
Amazing.
He puts his thumb up to say it's very good. Yeah, I mean, hopefully then your next quest will be lower stakes.
Yeah. We should get going. I suggest we go have some tea whilst the rest of them sober up.
You guys have a cup of tea right now. I could show you around the town if you'd like.
Meanwhile, Alpheus is just eating raw coffee beans.
Oh.
No, he's eating double bacon platter.
Yeah.
With that, we're going to move back to the three drunks and see what they're up to. You've been dropped off at the tavern. The guards have spoken with the tavern owners to tell them that you should probably be cut off for the time being.
How long's the time been?
Yeah.
Just do you sober up a little.
I'm sober now. Can I go back out?
They can give you lots of food though.
So you're there at the tavern. It's about midday, so there are a couple people there having lunch, but it's pretty quiet right now. I guess Alpheus is sitting at the bar just chewing coffee beans.
With bacon, yeah.
He's drooling coffee like over his
Yep.
bacon.
Barlam's in his room sleeping.
I'm eating roast hog.
All right.
And the leftovers are going in the haversack.
Ew, not with the corpse.
I'm drunk, what can I do?
I'm pretty sure that those sorts of things are actually kind of kept separate in the extra dimensional spaces, but I'm not 100% on that, so...
Okay, I'll bag it and tag it first.
If they don't, then the DM get a magnificent chance of when they eventually raise Esmeralda from the dead, of course, to be a second tier boss. So she'll actually be a woman who's got parts of bacon and parts of human, and
She'll be a hog princess.
So a woman with the face of a pig.
Yeah.
Does she turn basically into Ganon?
Gammon.
Aha!
Gammon?
Ah!
Gammon dwarf.
Oh shit. Gammon dwarf.
Yeah, he's just a dwarf who really loves gammon.
Oh, I'm googling this. No, it instantly corrects it to Ganondorf, but I really hope there's something to do with gammon.
So the three drunks are kind of just resting it off then, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Well, as one of the drunks, I declare myself sober, doesn't mean I am, and that I would like to go to the market district.
Alpheus accompanies him.
Okay, before you're let out, the owners will...
Do a sobriety test.
Yes, they're going to have to test you because they don't really want to upset the guards.
And they've got liability now.
I do prestidigitation,
Okay.
and I make everything do the things I want it to do.
Oh, so that's how sorcery works. Oh.
That's how magic works.
I make everything do the way I want them to do.
How long's it been? Is it literally we've just arrived back at the pub?
A very long bean.
You've been for a little while.
Oh, so it was sobered up a bit.
They didn't spend that long talking to the rat man over a cup
I'm
of
a
tea.
rat man, skibby-doo-doo-doo, what up, what?
Okay, since Barlam's asleep, Alpheus and Snork, roll me a fortitude check to see how well you do in sobering up.
Sure thing.
Fortitude save, yeah.
Where's my fort?
23.
Oh my god!
Oh, mama. You just stop being drunk.
16.
Okay, so Snork, you're still tipsy. You're definitely not 100%, but you are better than you were. You're not sleeping behind the wheel of the chariot kind of drunk anymore. How do they test for sobriety? I've never actually
They normally do your finger onto your thing, make you walk a line, but instead I do, an illusion to make it look like the line's floating, and I'm going da 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 da. I'm trying to do like optical illusions to make them think I'm amazing and confused.
Prestidigitation wouldn't work
That
for
should
that.
be a spell called Hypnotic Pattern.
You don't really have a suitable spell for that.
And put one finger out in front of the other. I have both hands in front of me, and with one finger up, I'm hitting my right hand into my left, put my finger down, and 2 fingers appear on the other hand. Do it into the other, and then back and do it way. Bump, bump.
Wow.
And it's mind-boggling.
Kids, don't do wizarding while you're drunk.
So Alpheus goes one step further, having been wired by these coffee beans and bacon. And he's like, watch me, and starts
Humping the table.
dancing a version of it
Oh my
Humping
god.
the table.
with a 4.
A natural fail. Nat 1.
Yeah.
Okay, Alpheus decides to prove that he's sober by
Humping the table.
doing a fairly complicated dance. However, he doesn't get very far into it before he winds up tripping up over Snuffles, who is just on the floor minding his own business, stumbling over,
The dog yelps.
landing on a table on top of these people's food, knocking the table over, covering himself and these other random clients in their food and drink, and causing a god-awful racket.
Even if he was drunk, he'd be getting thrown out for being drunk and disorderly.
They're kind of obligated to keep you here, though.
Oh, shit.
No. I think this is just him being really bad at dancing.
He raises his right arm at this and says, I meant to do that.
Yeah, the people who you knocked their food over, roll me a flat d20. Let's see how aggro they are.
Aggro. Oh dear, 12.
Pitchfork starts raising.
So you think you can aggro?
Well, if he rolled low, they would have been like dude bros who would probably start a fight immediately over this.
What's up, bruh? What are you doing? Take my drink, bruh.
Rare.
Will you look at me?
Bruh.
So you think you can lift?
You furry fuck, bruh.
He did well enough, so
Fuck you, bruh.
they're probably 2 students at the academy, and they kind of were like, the hell?
Are they wizard dude bros?
No, he didn't roll low enough to get dude bros.
No, like the kind of, wizards who cast fist.
No.
Right, bro, I'll just cast fist.
Do you even lift?
Dost thou even hoisteth?
Do you even lift, bro? Telekinesis.
Do you even levitate?
Anyway, there's just these 2 students at the academy. They're not like super timid, but they're not like super pissed over. They're more just like, what the hell are you up to? How are you 2 reacting to that? You clearly upset them.
I'm still trying to convince the bartender that my fingers are disappearing and going to the other hand.
They're kind of focused on the commotion that Alpheus has just caused.
I walk out the bar.
With the distraction. Yeah, fair enough.
No, just continue doing your trick and sidle out.
Yeah, exactly like that.
Jazz hand.
Yeah.
I get to the door and go, and walk out.
So that's exactly what Alpheus does. He gets up and jazz hands.
Ta-da!
Ta-da!
Yeah, so the tavern keeper yells at you, telling you to clean that up. He's not amused.
Okay, so Alpheus just shakes to get the food off of him instead, to clean himself up.
Snuffles is having the best time right now. He's just eating it all up. Alpheus is going to be stuck cleaning up after this, while Snuffles is helping in his own way. And Snork manages to get outside, so I take it you're off to the market.
Yep, this little snork went to the market.
Okay, and what did this little Snork do? Because you lived here for a while. You know where everything is, more or less.
Well, I didn't know where the fortune teller was.
You actually did. I don't know why you asked.
Oh, I was drunk.
You probably forgot that you lived here.
I go to the fortune teller.
Okay.
The fortune teller, there's going to be 2 that you know of. One is your typical cold reading shyster who doesn't actually know magic but capitalizes off of the dumb. And then one is like a legitimate diviner, studied divination magic and knows what they're talking about.
I want the one that likes balls.
They obviously cost proper money though. Which one did you say you're going to?
The one that likes crystal balls.
A real crystal ball would be used by the diviner. A fake crystal ball would be used by
The diviner says them.
Okay, there's a shop in the town centre. You find the diviner's place. It's pretty easy since the sign is labelled as Delina's Divination and Doodads.
DDD.
Yes.
Triple D.
D.
Those are big honkers. Sorry.
Nice. So I enter. Ding, ding, ding. The door opens.
It is a pretty standard kind of trinket shop. There's lots of shelves and tables covered in various bric-a-brac and doodads. You've lived here all your life, you know what these sorts of places are like. Most of them are probably magical, some of them are just interesting. And the woman, what did I call her? Delia? Was that it?
She's now Delia Smith.
Delia's divinations and...
Delia, fine, it's Delia. Yeah, Delia is behind the counter. She's a half-elfen divination wizard who's just kind of chilling out, reading a book. She looks up and she's like, welcome to Triple D. How can I help you?
Wow.
Hello! As I'm walking down to the counter, I'm focusing on her, but I see a little flame to the left that's on one of the shelves. It's something that looks like it's on fire. I go, oh, straight away. But then I retract my statement and then think, I need to be back. I focus back on her and go, hello!
Hi, how can I help you?
I have, how do I explain?
How do you explain
I have ball. See? Glass ball.
Can you use it for sports ball?
Like a sports ball? No.
Oh, sports ball. How's the score today?
Like a crystal ball.
Yes, crystal ball. But dark magic crystal ball. Evil.
Oh, interesting. May I have a look?
Oh, I looked and it sucked me in.
What do you mean by it sucked you in?
Well, it tried to draw my eyes in, but I too powerful. I look away. I great wizard, sorceress.
Oh, well, I can see that.
Still drunk.
Well, great wizards need to be able to relax every now and then, don't they?
Apologies, miss.
I go into my hacky sack.
Oh.
Haversack.
My haversack, that's it. And I pull out the velvet round in the ball. I just pull out the velvet, forgetting the ball's not in there. The balls are still in the sack.
Oh.
That sounded worse than it's meant to be.
Yeah.
I show her the velvet and go, look! And then realise, and then go, oh, hold on. And wrap it back up and then pass her the ball.
You say it's dangerous, but it's gonna be hard to examine if I can't open it.
You look at your own safety?
There's a few things I could probably cast to make it a bit safer. Maybe a protection from evil, Owl's wisdom, things like that.
Does it cost?
Well, I'm kind of curious now, so I suppose we can see.
Feel free to do what I wish.
Doesn't protection from evil protect you from, like, mind-controlling effects from evil sources? It makes them immune to any new attempts of possession. Okay, and there are no component costs to it, so she's like, okay, I think I've got this sorted. So she casts protection from evil, communal, on you and her. If this thing is indeed evil, and it does try to use compulsion-based magics on us, it won't be able to.
Fabulous.
I pass the velvet ball over.
Okay, so she very carefully starts to remove the velvet cover from the crystal ball, and you both see this crystal ball with the black swirling tempest contained within it. But as it happens, the protection from evil spell holds up.
Wow, it's unusual that it does.
You see it, you're protected from the magic, and she kind of keeps a distance. She's going to try and identify it. First of all, with the detect magic spell, you can do this as well if you want. You both realize that there's very powerful divination magic here. Like, the aura coming off of this hurts you.
Where did the aura hurt you?
Should I cast shield at this point?
That wouldn't really help you from mind effects. Now, if someone wanted to shoot a magic missile at you,
Or just shoot at you?
she's like, interesting. It is a lot like a crystal ball, but it seems to be set to a very specific place. Let me just try something. She's going to cast Identify.
Didn't I do that?
Did you?
Oh, no, that must have been my high heels. Okay.
Yeah, you didn't cast Identify on this because the moment this thing tried to mind control you, you shoved it back in the bag to keep it away, so you haven't cast Identify yet. That gives you a plus 20 to spellcraft check, so... Oh my god.
Oh, God, this sounds good.
Oh my.
Oh, my God.
She can't tell.
Can I do it?
Obviously, you know it's evil, so she's not going to suddenly think it's not, but she has absolutely no idea what this thing is.
Is it a plus 20, is it?
It's a plus 20 on top of your spellcraft modifier.
Oh, what's my spellcraft modifier?
6, so you'd get a d20 plus 26, because you're casting Identify.
Holy crap.
Yep, she had a plus 30 modifier.
She got 31, wow.
So the goblin is better than the diviner. Nice.
So I got 35.
Okay, you know that this is not an ordinary crystal ball.
Dun dun dun.
Well, obviously. It is a crystal ball, but it's set to look at one place and one place only. You don't really know without looking into it where this place is, but whatever it's set to look at, it's causing that kind of tempest effect. It's powerful, it's maddening, it is disturbing beyond belief. You believe that this item is probably the source of Esme's madness.
Right.
And if anyone looks into it, they will probably lose their mind.
Has it got a connection to time traveling?
No.
So it's nothing to do with her little like thing. Okay. I have a theory.
Yes.
I think this is connected to a deep dark god or something to do with what's the taint.
Taint.
It has a strong connection to the taint, the corruption, and it's not the cause of it, but it's from the same place.
Remember, a cultist who is trying to bring some ancient cosmic horror into this world.
Hint.
Oh no, you don't know that yet because you haven't spoken to Frida, but you as a player will know this. Actually, do you have knowledge planes? No, you don't. Alright, you can't make that.
I can't make anything. I have knowledge arcana. Can I check for the arcana?
This would definitely be a knowledge planes check.
What does knowledge ability mean? I've got it underneath my arcana check.
Nobility.
Oh, it's nobility, not knowledge ability. I can't read this.
Nobility is like knowing about kings and lords and...
Heraldry.
Yeah,
Herari.
So if you wanted to make a knowledge check to know if any nobility are into like ancient kind of
15!
What?
I'm still drunk at this point, and it shows in my rolls.
Some nobles throughout history have been into some weird stuff, but you don't see how that's relevant at the moment.
That's a fair point. Talking as a player here, I feel that the Dark Taint is the key, the literal key of what this crystal ball is, the portal.
Do we need to keep using the word taint?
So you think that this is essentially the rift itself?
Yes, but he's trying to get out of it, or it's trapped in there. And everything around it that's the knowledge, and he's connecting directly through there, creating madness, and it's creating all the thing. However, they haven't unlocked it yet.
I think it's a phone.
Hence why it's still in there.
Make a knowledge arcana check.
22.
Okay, you're able to tell that because this is a very strong aura of divination magic, if this was about summoning or like releasing something onto the world, it would probably belong to the school of conjuration. So whilst you don't believe that this is a
Doorway,
you don't believe that this is the rift. This is most likely, as Tuermus has been saying,
a telephone.
almost like a phone, but more like it's a viewing glass so that you can see.
It's a one-way mirror.
It's like a one-way mirror to be able to see whatever cosmic entity is beyond, and it's something that people shouldn't be able to comprehend and drives them to madness.
Is it a Tamagotchi?
We can't look after it.
Yes, if no one checks in on it for a week, it'll just die, and next time you look at it, it's just covered in poo.
Wow, let's just hide it.
Now, with that knowledge that you told me, is it possible for another race to be able to look at it and survive it?
You do know that different races in general better at resisting particular magical effects, but it's unlikely that anything born to this world should be able to comprehend. I mean, it's always possible. I mean, you could get like 3 20s in a row and go, I understand everything and haven't taken like any insanity damage.
Yeah.
But then it's also possible that you'll get like a nat 1 and just go completely round the bend kind of thing.
This could be an amazing character creation in the making right now. I could be a secret nutcase.
A secret nutcase? What's secret about you?
Yeah, that's already revealed.
I could be going further and further into insanity. This is now going to like a story arc here. I then become the enemy.
When you look at it, when you see us next time, I just slap it off your hands and say, stop it.
You do an Aragorn.
Yeah, stop it now.
MacLeod took.
No, you fool of a took.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you do believe that if you wish to attempt to understand what it is beyond this crystal ball, you would have to gaze into it. But your mind may not be able to take it.
Can you communicate with it like a Luigi board?
A Luigi board.
What? Excuse me?
board.
A Luigi board.
A Ouija board.
You don't know,
Okay.
but you do know that some crystal balls do enable communication, but you don't think that this one can.
That's fine then. With that, I wrap it back up, come out of my daze.
If you make it into a He-Man version, it'd just be a wrist thing where you talk to Skeletor now and then.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Right. I then leave the shop and head back to the tavern.
Are you gonna pay her for a service? I mean, I didn't give you a price, but you should probably pay her.
I asked her what it cost and she said it wouldn't cost a thing. That's what the DM said.
Nice try, boy. There's always a cost with magic.
Your life.
Before you leave, she's like, well, what do you intend to do with this item? Have you considered maybe taking it to get destroyed?
Is that wise?
He's getting very Lord of the Rings right now. You could give it to me.
Something this evil is not generally safe to have with you, nor is it kind of really safe to leave anywhere. I mean, evil has a way of finding these sorts of things.
But I want to learn more about it.
No, you don't.
Do you know anybody who may be in the big towers, my old university, who might know this about cheese?
There would be some professors who could possibly help you with this sort of thing. They'd probably want something in return.
Do they like sparkly shoes?
And you flash off your thigh.
How can I repay you?
Shush, you're making me aroused.
Slowly lifting your loincloth.
No, too arousing.
She's just like, probably not.
A fucking goblin with high-heeled shoes has walked into a shop with an evil crystal ball. She's like, the fuck? It's Eddie Izzard of the goblin world.
Yeah. No, actually, it's Eddie Lizard in this world. A kobold. Eddie Lizard.
Eddie Lizard.
Goblins have always been kind of eccentric. She's like, you could always try take it to the headmaster of the academy. Maybe one of the churches would also be able to help you with this.
How much do I owe you?
Well, protection from evil spell would normally cost about 180 gold, but
She takes out the abacus. Right.
Oh, shit.
I can only afford a pig.
say,
I can't afford women. I can only afford pigs.
I'm looking at my stats. These shoes have helped me. I've got a -2 to climb.
Wow. Maybe you can climb a social ladder. Wow.
Oh, wow. I'm lonely.
including the identify spell would probably set you back about 250 in total.
That's 5 pigs.
But honestly, I did say I wasn't going to charge you because I wanted to know what this thing was. Thank you for bringing it to my attention.
You're welcome.
I strongly suggest you either take it to the headmaster or take it to one of the religious groups in the city.
Sounds a plan.
Obviously, you know
The headmaster, obviously.
Well, you know of the headmaster.
Sir Grindelwald Bottoms the Third.
You know the Church of Melinda through Amy, I guess.
Let's make up all silly names now, so he has to keep them.
She's the patron saint of protection regarding planar travel, so that's the kind of thing that she's to do with. There's Saint Taffeta, who's a saint of knowledge, particularly arcane knowledge.
So, before I leave the shop...
Thank you, kind lady.
Snork will go back into the market, which is where Frida and Amy were heading. So they will meet up, handle whatever shopping they need to do, and then go back to the tavern to meet up with the now slightly more sober Barlam and Alpheus. And hopefully the tavern has been cleaned up by Alpheus.
Hello.
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 Hi.
Snork did good.
Oh, what did you do, Mr. Snork?
Snork find out a lot about orb.
No one's told me anything about any orb. Maybe we should take a seat and we can discuss what we've learnt then.
Okie dokie.
Here's one fact. It's a sphere.
Oh, is it round?
That's what I found out.
Right.
So, Mr. Snork, would you like to tell us about what it is you've learnt?
I would, but I need to see Headmaster, and it's something to do with seeing things. I'm still not drunk enough, sober enough, but I remember things.
Would you like some coffee? I've been chowing down on these delicious coffee beans.
I look at Snork, like, beneath a furrowed brow and over a steaming mug of tea with suspicion.
So you have a crystal ball, and it's used as crystal balls are. Great. Good job, Mr. Snork. Good job. Very helpful.
Is Crystal Balls your weekend name?
No, the orb can be used for seeing, but we didn't see anything.
Wow, so did it work then?
It worked for one side, not ours, and it's something to do with evil.
Oh, fancy, nice.
Snork is like the worst person to try and gather information.
He's also still slightly drunk.
He's just like, he found out everything he needs to find out, and yet he can't relay anything.
So the orb shows evil.
Evil see-through orb. Orb communication device? No, not communication. Looking device. Like mirror. But you can't see yourself. We tried. We couldn't see.
Should we not get rid of it because evil can see through it as well?
Well,
To
if
us.
it's covered up, then no one can see.
Okay.
No, good point.
But we take it to another person, and they could tell us about the evil thing inside.
Why not just get rid of it though?
But planes and dimension and evil.
Planes?
I've used a plane with wood.
You like playing with wood?
So what's this evil plane?
I think he means something like, hell.
Oh, a hell. I'm getting increasingly interested or disinterested in this whole affair if it concerns hell or anything like that.
I honestly thought you were going to say, I'm going to get the hell away from this. And I thought you were going to make a pun, but no.
Thank you.
You disappointed me there, Bob.
Heaven forbid.
Oh, God.
I aim to displease.
Ah, but Diablo is the Lord of Hell.
God help us.
Oh.
But the lady said that I can take it to the headmaster or the person that works on something else, and I cannot remember what the other one was called.
Didn't you know the headmaster? Didn't you say you were like part of the academy or something?
Yes?
I've made myself one of the most amazing drinks in the world.
What drink?
It is a milkshake, but it's not just any milkshake. It's a milkshake with fuckload of ice cream.
That sounds amazing.
Oh, it's a thick shake.
Thick, spelled
Yeah.
with 2 C's like in
Yeah.
anime.
Thick shake. It's a thick boy.
I like my milkshakes like I like my girls. Thick.
Yeah?
That's one milkshake that brings all the boys to my.
No, you must stop immediately.
Your jokes are awful and you should feel bad.
Alakis, say something exciting.
I like ketchup.
Wow, what a day.
Thrilling.
Do you like mustard?
I love
You like socks.
mustard socks.
Do you like mayonnaise?
Oh, mayonnaise is my favorite.
Do you like bacon?
Bacon is my favorite meat of all.
But you already said that mayonnaise is your favorite.
It's my favorite dressing.
Stressing.
Stressing.
Oh, it's my favorite stress.
I love to wear mayonnaise.
That sounds more perverted than it should.
Yeah, actually it does. But salad cream can go do one. I don't like salad cream.
Yeah. Or creme fraiche.
Creme fraiche.
Amy's going to get up and order people another round of teas and coffees and what have you. And she'll be like, Frida, why don't you tell everyone about what Mr. Nikic told us? And she's like, be right back.
And it's all now on you, Joe. Off you go. No pressure.
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember what he said.
Oops. Barlam's thinking about getting drunk again.
And Alpheus is chowing down on coffee beans.
How's that bacon?
Absolutely delicious. Tastes like coffee. Let me explain. This is Blue Mountain coffee.
See what did the rat man say?
I'm a rap man.
I honestly can't remember what he said.
I'm trying to justify why.
There was something about a tower.
Does anyone have a harp so they can start playing it so we can do like a flashback?
Yeah.
In those notes written by that Kyrad fellow, he talks about the tower north of the lake. It belongs to a wizard named Elros. He was a student at the academy before he got kicked out for some very dangerous experiments. He hasn't been seen in a few months now, and the timeline of his disappearance and the first signs of corruption coincide. So I brought this to the authorities last night, and they have granted you permission to break into his tower to investigate if you want to.
Okay, it's probably for the best.
Those cultists, they are not actually responsible for the corruption, but they see it as a sign. It seems that they want to get their hands on a druid in order to be able to spread the corruption further and faster. They will make the world habitable for a being they refer to as the Nameless One.
and it's from this rift that things are leaking out and corrupting the surrounding areas. And it seems the rift is coming from that tower.
Oh, the tower marks on Kairad's map.
Yes.
Okay, that's a bit of a
Interesting.
thing.
But the orb has something to do with demonic evil things.
Is Amy there?
Amy will now show up. She's got a tray with cups of teas and mugs of coffee on, and she just pops it down on the table. She's like, okay, so did Frida fill you in on everything?
Yeah, but
As best as she could.
why are we not getting professionals for this? Because it sounds super, super dangerous. Like, out of our league dangerous.
Are we not professionals?
Things from some weird dimension.
This is the kind of thing that typically the Rift Wardens would take care of, but we're not an overly large organisation, and all the actual professionals are busy. I was just looking into it so that when they got here, they would have all the information they need, but the way things seem to be going, I'm not sure we can afford to wait for them.
But you're a professional, right? Right?
I'm an apprentice.
Oh.
I was kind of showing off a bit yesterday.
I look every bit a disappointed uncle can.
She's as experienced as I am in the druid profession.
Oh.
I mean, I'm certain I can close the rift if we got to it. I just won't be as quick as the masters would.
Right.
You know, it might take a couple minutes.
If we live until then. So,
If we did that, I mean, what would happen? Would you be the one closing the rift? What would we do?
Killing anything that tries to stop me?
Oh.
Sounds fun.
sounds extremely deadly and unpredictable. It's a portal to some weird world we know nothing about.
Maybe we can explore it.
In some tower which we've never been to.
What if we just went and checked the tower out? I mean, it might not be as bad as we think. We don't know. I mean, Elros, the man who owned the tower, maybe he had suitable protections in place so that whatever nasty critters can't get out. That's why only corruption's been seeping out. We don't know unless we go and check it out.
No, it may be the coffee talking, but yes, I want to check it out.
What? Why?
Yes!
Because I'm curious about it. Or it's either the coffee talking.
Curiosity not only killed the cat, but can also kill a dog.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right, I have a dog head.
Even if they would not be strictly to say professionals in this very narrow crafts of closing portals or rifts, are there no like powerful entities around this town who could like do this? Like really strong wizards?
The headmaster might help.
Are we not in like a college mage town?
Isn't it just that?
Yes, it is.
So you're asking a very easy question.
This is essentially a town full of magic users, predominantly of the arcane variety.
Even if they are not per se firemen, if they have loads of water, they could put down a fire.
By powers combined!
Yeah, like, isn't it just a bit silly for us, because we are not too strong, to keep this information privy to ourselves and just go there hoping to close something?
I can create water.
Alphys,
Hi.
you will get bacon next time when you are smarter. That might be ways off, by the way.
Well, there is a fine line between stupidity and genius. Snork said he knew a headmaster. Maybe he could at least help, but I still think we should go, even if we do get assistance.
I will be messaging my mentor, but it will take time to get to him, and it will take time for him to get to us, and due to the urgency of the situation, I am going to have to at least try to help in this situation.
I'm not against helping, but I'm against just running there by,
On a whim.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying.
yeah. Like,
Uncle Barlam does make a good point.
like it's throwing conscripts to lead a war. Yeah.
We could be the Spec Ops team.
No, we are not. We are not a special operations team. We are
We're certainly special, that's for sure.
a team of specially weird guys.
Band of bothers, specially weird guys.
Yeah. Should we go talk to a wizard? Like a proper wizard?
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Not one of these fake ones who like mime, like a proper wizard.
Yeah, you are pretty fake.
No.
Sorry. But not in a bad way. Like, you are more fake, like fake it till you make it, but you're still fake. I'm not a wizard either.
Well, lead the way then, Snork.
We need to go to the college.
Yeah.
Off we go then.
Yay!
I whistle my dog chariot.
I get up, I feel energized by how the people are actually trying to think sensibly now. Because again, Barlam doesn't want to perish.
Well, I do believe in some proper planning.
And Alpheus feels energized by the Blue Mountain coffee.
Paid
What are you,
for.
an advertisement?
Yeah, exactly. Alpheus and ads.
Advius.
Alpheus just takes out a can of Red Bull, just drinks it, and flies off out the window.
Wow.
No, Alpheus doesn't drink Red Bull. He drinks Pepsi, remember? Off-brand Pepsi.
Pupsy.
So yeah, let's follow the goblin to the College of Magic.
We're off to follow the goblin, the little goblin of something.
So, you make your way through the streets of Elderspell. It's pretty busy right now, as there seems to be a lot of people out and about wearing the same kind of coloured jumpers and the same kind of coloured scarves. There's a lot of commotion, a lot of excitement.
Quidditch.
Quidditch, yeah.
No, it was sports ball, wasn't it?
Yes, Snort, you know that today must be the day of a sports ball game.
Guys, there must be a sports ball game on.
Oh, are you doing this? Are you actually doing it so that the sports ball game interferes with our plans to get help? Because all the wizards are following sports ball, so they can't help us. And we must help the losing team win before they can help us do
Yeah,
it.
is this the sports ball summer special?
Oh
episode?
no.
Yeah, you guys have to coach a team of lovable misfits.
Oh no, we are already unlovable misfits.
We have to get them to win the league.
Please, no.
One with a peg leg.
Oh, no.
Yeah, one of them has a disease, and if you win the big game, then he'll somehow survive.
And then I'll fade away like a good coach. Ha, they won. I think they're good guys now. And I just fade away into non-existence.
Yeah, the figment of their imagination all along.
Yeah, I was actually inside them all along, and that sounded dirty.
Yeah, you were
that
there.
sounds super
No,
Yes.
oh no, I was going to say that inspiration, but you just took it to another level.
Well.
Yeah.
Getting through the crowds is gonna slow you down, so your dog chariot's not gonna help you too much. As you hear, there's some people chanting and cheering, there's some people arguing, there's like a group of gnomes who are wearing a different coloured sweaters with these big poofy yellow hats. They're clearly the away team. And you carry on, because there will be a fair few of the professors and mages attending the sports ball, but not all of them, so you should be able to find someone if you head to the academy, talk to a receptionist, maybe make an appointment.
The receptionist, first of all.
A busty blonde with blue eyes and long golden locks.
Or
What?
someone that's old and cranky.
Oh, just like me. It's an old and cranky receptionist.
It's your wife.
Like, what you want?
Hi, guys.
Oh no.
It's the slug.
Is there a receptionist?
Mike Wazowski.
No, Alpheus.
What do you guys want?
I've taken over as receptionist. She's old and cranky.
Shush.
Yeah, there's a middle-aged human receptionist woman. She welcomes you in. Welcome to the Elderspell Academy. How can I help? Oh, it's you. She sees Snort.
Hello.
I push him behind me, and surprisingly amicably.
Weren't you expelled?
Nice joke. Expelled.
No, that's not the matter now. Take your eyes off the goblin, please. Surprisingly amicably, Barlam says, "Thank you. We are actually on a mission. A thing which we require help on, and it's very grave." Barlam puts on his grave news face. It's actually bad.
Mission.
We need to speak to the headmaster.
Or someone of enough status and magical power.
The headmaster is a very busy man. I mean, he can't just see visitors who haven't made an appointment.
I know it's sports ball season, I know.
Even if it is important, I mean, I could see who's around, see if anyone's...
But this is a
willing
matter of
to-
life and death.
Snork, we have encountered quite a situation. There is a town
Evil.
that has been corrupted. Creatures have basically been infected. There is a whole area in disarray, and it is quite an urgent situation that we need to attend to. We need help.
And I've got a lovely orb, which is evil. Look, see? In here.
Snog.
Stop. butting
She
in.
seems very uncomfortable around Snork. She's clearly heard the stories about what he did to get himself expelled.
But I must admit, Snork also makes a good point that an object has come into our possession that we've discovered that it Snork, I need to talk. We have found an evil object that someone will have to have a look into that.
But don't look too long. It's evil and it draws you in.
Snork.
Very, very bad.
Okay, if you could all just wait here, I'll go see if any of the professors would be willing to see you. Maybe there'll be someone who can help.
Okay.
If that's okay,
Thank
if
you.
you all just take a seat.
We'll wait.
Yeah.
Dum 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 dum.
Yep.
dum,
So she
dum,
she kind of scampers off, keeping Snork in her peripheral vision, just kind of keeping an eye on him.
He's just waving at the woman as she's walking off.
Snork, considering you're expelled, it's best that you be quiet, otherwise it will not help in this situation. I'm sorry. If we need your advice, we will ask for it.
Okay.
Yes, so she's going to be gone for about 5 minutes, to be honest.
My chicken runs away.
Even with arcane communication, there's a fair few people that she would have to communicate with in order to see if anyone will actually come talk to you. But eventually she does return, and she's just like, okay, I've got some good news for you. Professor Brelinor will see you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Eleanor, okay.
Can you lead us to him?
Take me to your leader!
Snork, could you roll me a intelligence check? Let's see if you remember who this fella is.
It's +1, okay. A D20. +1. 5.
Oh,
Still drunk.
You have no idea who this person is. I mean, as far as you're concerned, they could be human, an orc, a fucking goblin, God only knows. She's like, okay, so he's in the gymnasium at the moment, so I will take you to him.
Is he practicing for sports ball?
He's a little busy with the sports ball team, but they're going to be playing soon, and he says he's willing to see you. He's confident.
It's more important than sports ball.
Snork, please keep to the back.
Okay.
Stephen, what was the name of the town again that was in...
On fire.
That was
Arrowbrook.
Arrowbrook, that was it. Okay, yeah, let's go see this person.
The academy itself is the biggest building within the entire city. I mean, you could see it pretty much anywhere in the city at all times. The corridors are both wide and tall, seemingly to accommodate creatures far larger than yourselves, and everything has been built and decorated in an ornate fashion. There looks to be like various magical runes on the wall. They could just be for decoration, or they could have some effect. But overall, the place, it's kind of quiet right now. There's all the commotions outside, but it's big and there's plenty of doors to other rooms and different corridors branching off of that, staircases heading off. But she keeps going, leading you towards the middle of the academy until eventually she opens up a large set of double doors where you were in a very large gymnasium.
I was hoping it would be like a giant courtroom and just everyone's just looking at us. They've just deceived us and taken us to somewhere else, and I'm like on trial because I got expelled and I've come back when I shouldn't have or something.
Yes, there is a group of sports ball players all wearing their uniform, as there is a rather tall and imposing Animus standing before them. He has the head of a Doberman.
Ooh.
As he's talking to the team, giving them a stirring motivational speech about how they're going to triumph today. They've got the home team advantage, they've all got new wands, they've been training all year for this. The gnomes might be tricky with their illusions, but they're better than that. They've got the spirit, they've got the attitude, they can do this!
Have you seen Up?
Up, yes.
Can he please have a really, really squeaky voice like the Doberman and that?
Oh no, please.
No, he's got quite a deep voice. He's got quite a muscular build to him, so he's not like your typical wizard where he's like a bookworm. He's probably
He's a brozard.
yeah, a bro wizard.
Alpheus sees this guy and makes a beeline towards him immediately.
Alpheus, what are you doing?
So, as he's in the middle of his speech, suddenly a Shiba Inu-headed Animus, who is also quite burly, because you've got quite a high strength score, don't you? Big physical stats. With this big dumb head, just runs over to him excitedly. He sees you, and he just lights up. What do you want to say?
The first thing Alpheus says is like, oh, don't mind me, continue with your speech. Yeah, you can do it, everyone. Yeah, listen to this guy.
I pull out Alpheus's leash. Come on, stop.
No, stop. You You lot, you know what you're doing. I've given you a speech. Get on out there and kick their ass. You lot stay.
Yeah, go whatever this team is.
He suddenly seems way more interested in you guys than in his own team, and they're just like, okay.
I go up to her, I stick up my hand and say, hello, my name's Frida. I'm Druid. It's a pleasure to meet you.
He gives you a good firm handshake. Not too firm as to crush your hands. You are quite a dainty lady. And he's like, well, good morning, miss. I'm Professor Brelinor.
Barlam walks right behind her and shakes his hand as well.
He shakes your hand as well.
It's a pleasure to meet you. These are my friends Barlam,
Hello.
Alpheus,
What's up?
and Snork.
Haha, I know you. You're fucking expelled, mate.
Oh no, he's one of these kinds of wizards. He really is a browser.
You're fucking expelled, mate.
You know that classroom you burnt down? That was mine. That's why I teach in a fucking gym now. Thanks, mate.
Oh.
Oh, so you have some history.
I'm sorry. I had no idea that Snork did that.
Yes, Nog.
Secret.
Goblins and fire, you know how it is. But anyway, that's all in the past. No hard feelings. You brought me an anima, so I'll let it slide for now. How's it going?
I wish that our introduction could have been under better circumstances, but we're here of utmost urgency. I was recently sent by my mentor to investigate Arrowbrook. We went there to discover, to our horror, that the whole area has basically become corrupted and infected, the plants and animals alike. The whole town had to be evacuated. The animals have become twisted and vicious. It turns out there is a rift that's leaking out this corruption, and we're in desperate need of assistance to try and gain control of this rather desperate situation.
Are you able to help us at all?
The entire village of Arrowbrook is gone?
It's completely corrupted and infected.
And also, lately, we found out that we have an orb which one can use and see into a weird place, see a weird creature from another realm, and they can look at us as well. So there's a connection with otherworldly entity.
Bloody hell.
And a portal which is gonna have to be closed in a tower, so it's pretty urgent.
Alright, well, point the way, let's go bust some skulls.
What, wait?
I like this guy.
Well, people are dying, there's weird alien shit. Yeah, let's go kick some ass, let's go! Lead the way!
Right.
You're willing to help us?
Well, yeah, why wouldn't I?
Thank you.
He's massively taken aback.
Wow, thank you, fellow Animus.
Alamus? Yeah, okay. This is better than I expected, actually. Let's go.
Awesome.
You guys tell me about this shit on the way then. He looks around, he sees the receptionist still standing there, dumbfounded that he's about to abandon his position right now just to go hang out with some strangers.
Because he saw a dog.
Alpheus gives the receptionist a thumbs up.
You, go get Professor Riraz. He'll take over my post for now. I'm off to kick some alien ass. Alright.
Barlam's feeling this is good, but also he's simultaneously feeling that it might have gotten worse. That weird feeling of dancing on the edge of good or bad.
She's just like, ugh.
At least we got something from a wizard academy, he thinks.
Yeah, the receptionist just rolls her eyes and sighs. This doesn't surprise her, to be honest.
Am I getting the feeling that this... What's the name of the wizard?
Brelinor.
Brelinor. Am I getting the feeling that he's the guy who's not a good wizard, but is like the PE teacher?
What are you saying? That anyone who's not fit to be a teacher winds up teaching PE? No, I would never say that.
But I burnt his classroom down.
He seemed happy about that, to be honest.
He is just really outgoing and upbeat.
Physical. Okay, I'm fine with that. As we are going outside, I'm relaying some information. So we are going to have to close a portal, I think. So have you got any experience in warding spells or anything about closing doors or destroying beasts from beyond? Or
Well, my area of expertise involves making people stronger and blowing things up.
You blow things up.
But we still need to see the headmaster about the orb.
do we?
I might be able to help you with that, but
Orbalicious.
honestly, it sounds like scary evil orb is probably less important than alien invasion, so...
They are connected, like I said. Are you paying attention?
Oh yeah, but we can only do one thing at a time, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's go to the tower then.
The crystal ball seems to be more of a window into it.
Like a window into a house.
But I'm just thinking if we bring it closer to the portal, does it make things worse? I'm just thinking, I'm just using my neurons.
You have a good point.
I'm not a wizard.
You're a smart lad. You should be a wizard.
Right. I look at the Wizard Academy and essentially football hooligans in wizard robes miffing about, and I'm like, yeah. Maybe one day.
Well, how far away is this tower? Maybe I could show you a thing or two along the way.
He does look interested, but let's get going. We can talk on the way.
Yeah, Alpheus gets out the map and shows where the tower is.
Cool. How far did I say that was? Did I say that was 1 or 2 days away?
I don't remember.
1.
1 day. Okay, so it's a day's ride, so you're gonna have like 24 hours to chat with this guy.
Okay, so let's go on Horse the Horse.
But no, wait. Barlam did have a good point about bringing an evil orb back to the aliens. Seems like a bad idea. So he'll suggest that you take it to the Temple of Melinda for them to kind of hold on to. It'll be safe there, and they'll seal it away until you get back and figure out what to do with it.
That's a good idea.
That sounds exceedingly good. So let's take it there.
He's not a complete idiot.
Yeah.
Okay, he'll take you to the Temple of Melinda, which is...
It's nice.
I imagine it would be nice. I mean, they're quite into fashion and things looking good, so they kind of care a lot about outward appearance. So their headquarters is going to be a very attractive kind of place, but at the same time they're open and welcoming, you know. I imagine it won't be too big of a building, but at the same time it will still be well decorated, well maintained. All the people there are well dressed, with purple and gold being the kind of colour motif that they're going with. He kind of takes you there, and Amy talks about the church a bit because this is where she works, so she knows a lot of the people here, and you actually see the priestess who was telling Amy off earlier. Rather than like chewing Amy out or having a go at her, she sees that she's kind of accompanied by this big retinue, and so she'll hear you guys out, see what you have to say.
I walk up to her, greet her more graciously than before. Good morning. I do apologize for my previous transgressions, but as we are in haste, I must tell you that we have an object which we would rather have you safekeep for our journey to a tower rather than take it there ourselves.
Again, she's kind of apprehensive with Barlam. I mean, he was very rude when they
I was also drunk. I apologize.
When they met earlier. Yeah, and it was very early to be drunk, so she's not entirely sure, but you seem more civil, so she's willing to kind of play along. She's like, okay, well, we are capable of storing dangerous magic items, keeping them out the way so that people won't get harmed by them. Would you like to show me the item?
I was just about to say that to
Make
do
sure
more.
that you keep it covered.
Yes.
Yeah. To do more than just my words, I produce the actual object.
Okay, so it's still wrapped in its velvet bag, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, so she'll take it, do a quick detect magic, and then kind of reel back from that. She's like, oh, okay, yes, you were good to bring this to me. Thank you.
Take good care of it.
I can see why you would take to drinking if you're trying to figure out what to do with something like this.
Mm-hmm,
Yes.
exactly. So do keep that safe, and we must go. Toodaloo. I leave.
Okay, goodbye.
Bye.
Bye, thank you.
Amy, where are you going? She's like, oh, I'm just showing them around the town before they head on out. Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. The woman kind of frowns a bit, but doesn't really say much to that. She doesn't believe her, but...
It looks like an exciting town.
Yep, there's a big sports ball event going on, so we just wanted to take care of this, and then I'm gonna show them the game. Alright, bye.
Bye,
Let's
bye,
go.
bye.
Let's go now, before she stops me. Please, let's go.
We're going.
We're gone.
Yep. All right. And finally, as you get your horse and carriage, the professor, he kind of turns like, okay, do we need to grab any supplies? Are you stocked up?
That's a good point, actually. We should just make sure that we've got the essentials, a few supplies.
Don't forget, I've got my handy haversack.
Yeah, that's true.
I do say that some potions would be welcome.
How many healing potions do we actually have right now?
I have one.
Let's see, you have a group loot total. You don't have any healing potions in there.
What do we have here?
I-
4 red liquid vials of cure light wounds, apparently.
Where did you get that one from?
I've got it written down, so I assume from either the end of the initial Esme fight or after the first meeting Snork we were on the trail of the road, we got a few things. I know we got a few scrolls from that as well, like reduce person and stuff, I remember that.
Yes, that's in the group loot. So you actually do have a sizable amount of cash in that group loot. You could buy a fair few potions with that. You could actually buy a wand of cure light wounds, so that way you don't run out of healing. Of course, it means that at least one of your druids has to stay standing.
I actually have used magic device.
And there you go. I mean, 3 of the players could probably use that wand, so you can just toss it between you.
So let's return to the temple and buy a wand of cure light wounds.
750 gold will get you 50 charges.
50!
Yes, Ed, 50. That's how many charges a wand has
Crikey.
when brand new.
Yeah. I pour money down from the bag until it's enough. Wand of cure light wounds, 50 charges.
Are we taking it out of the group loot?
Yes.
Agreed.
Yes. I'm not paying it just for myself. Frida should have it for now.
Yeah. Frida, the owner of spells.
Joe, you now have a wand of cure light wounds. You've got 50 charges. As a standard action, just like if you were casting a spell, you can use that wand to heal someone.
Okay.
So even if you don't have the spell Cure Light Wounds prepared for the day, you have that to heal. It can also be used by Alpheus and Barlam, so you can feel free to toss it between the party as and when they need it.
Okay, I'll keep this safe.
It's a magic stick.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, toss it, Alpheus will chase after it and catch it in his mouth.
I think we are okay then. We got things covered.
Yeah, I think, sounds good.
Just grab some food and then we'll be good to go.
Okay, you can restock your rations. That wouldn't cost much, so we won't worry about that right now.
Yep.
I'll do the bookkeeping later. Okay, and so you all head on off, jumping onto the wagon, as the Doberman professor seems very excited to get going.
His tail wags.
Animus don't actually have tails.
It's just the head.
Yeah, it's kind of disappointing.
No.
Alpheus has got like a strip of material at the back where his tail should be.
Let's go.
Okay, so off you go. Who is going to be driving, and is there anyone who wishes to do anything during your travels?
I'm the designated driver and I should listen to the Doberman talk about magic.
Okay.
And explain some bits of the thing we've done so far to him in, return.
Yeah, and once Barlam has sort of talked to him a bit, Alpheus is also going to try and catch up with this guy and find out a little bit about his Animus history. Like if he remembers how he became an Animus.
Okay, so with Barlam, he's going to talk to you a fair bit. He'll ride up front with you, first of all, as you tell him everything that you've been through so far. You tell him about the corrupted creatures, about the cult, about Arrowbrook, and about what you've heard from the Ratman. And he'll seem very interested in that, wanting to know what kind of things you're up against, wants to know how well punching them does, because that seems to be his shtick. And he'll then start talking to you about your history regarding magic, because you seem to actually be quite knowledgeable, and you actually have a spell book that you took off an old roommate that you've been reading. So he'll start talking to you about what you can do if you've had any success with like a cantrip, and all that. And I believe you have a spell, don't you? A thief ability or something, Mage Hand?
I didn't take that. Fast stealth.
No, you were considering it.
Yeah, I considered that.
Okay, he'll actually give you some basic instructions on that, and he'll take the reins whilst you're practicing. And roll me an intelligence check, please.
Sure. That's 12.
On your first day with him kind of just tutoring you along the road, and with Amy adding a few bits and pieces here and there, you are able to have a little bit of success with a couple cantrips. Whilst you can't cast them at will, you were able to actually create the effects of them. You were able to move a few light objects with Mage Hand. You were able to clean some mud off of the wheels of the carriage with Prestidigitation. Just small little tricks, simple stuff, but since you don't know arcane magic, this is very exciting.
Yeah. Oh, this is new. He's distracted from the realities of what's happening and feels a lot happier now at this moment.
He's taken over driving, so you're able to practice. His teaching style is very compliment and praise heavy, so you do feel pretty good about yourself.
Yes, you are. You're good. Who wants a belly rub? Who wants a belly rub?
Shut up.
He does comment on how quickly you've managed to pick it up and how you must be a natural. You must have arcane blood in the family. So this sort of thing, if you keep it up, you could probably catch up to Snork and Amy in no time, and maybe even catch up to him soon enough.
We'll see. Thank you.
Well, look, it's going to take us another day to get back once we're done here, so I'll continue to give you some training, and when we get back into town, maybe I'll be able to help you out a bit more.
And when we get back to town, I'll get you a beer.
Yeah, I'll remind you of that, just so you don't forget, mate.
Thank you. And he excitedly lifts up pebbles from his hand with magic.
You set up camp for the night. You're quite close to the tower, but you didn't leave till midday, so, you probably don't want to travel during the night. And this is where he will stop to chat with Alpheus. So you've set up camp, Frida is doing her cooking thing, and he just kind of plonks himself down next to Alpheus. So he's like, so, how long have you been an animus for there, buddy?
Oh, I've maybe about 3 years.
Oh, is it not a choice? Is it not born that way?
Nah.
Ah.
Oh, no, animus. If you eat an animus fruit, you turn into an animus, and you lose all your memories of your past, much of your skills and knowledge of your past, unless someone reminds you of them, and then you're kind of wandering around clueless for a while. It's actually kind of a bad thing.
All right.
I mean, I woke up in a place, I didn't quite remember my name, and a guy called Digby took me in, so yeah, it's been a little while now. How about yourself? I'm really interested.
Oh, me? Well, I was traveling the world, punching bandits and wrestling monsters, you know how it is, and I was hungry, looking for something to eat, and I found this weird fruit hanging from a tree. I didn't really think too much of it, scoffed it up, and next thing I know, I've got a Doberman head, and I don't remember anything.
But you remember eating the fruit?
Well, it took a very long time for me to get those memories back, but yes.
I don't even remember that at this stage.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So, do you even remember your original name?
No. I go by the name of Alpheus these days, but that is not my original name. Even my surname, Digby, is taken from the guy who took me in. But, one thing we do have, however, is a list of names. I just don't know which one of those names are me.
Alright, but you know one of them's you.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Okay, take it out. Let's see what you got.
Alpheus takes out the list of names that they'd gotten from Muston Castle and just scans through the names again.
Alright, do any of these names kind of stand out to you?
Well,
Your memories are there, they're just kind of locked away. So deep down, somewhere in you, one of these names will stand out.
Does he have to roll for that at all?
yeah.
Do you want to roll for it?
Yeah?
Roll a wisdom check. So you're kind of trusting your inner nature here.
Wisdom. 4.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not today.
the name that kind of jumps out at you is once again Rosalind Firebrand, because it's just like, oh yeah, that's the name I thought before.
Yeah, see this name, Rosalind Firebrand, I thought that was me, but apparently it was some kind of goblin saint or something, so I've discounted that now.
So, but that's the name you keep getting drawn to?
Yeah.
Maybe that's someone you knew.
Maybe. I mean, she died a few hundred years back. He would have had to have been an elf or something to live that long. Quite elderly at that. It is possible, though, that you could have been a worshipper of hers, or you could have known someone. I mean, the fact that you keep coming to that name means it must have some significance to your past. But I tell you what I want you to do.
Right.
Close your eyes.
Okay.
Now, he takes the paper from your hand, and he's going to take your hand, put it into a finger, and just kind of have your finger drag along the page, feeling each of the names. He makes you go up and down, and he's like, and when you're ready, just stop and open your eyes.
Ding.
Okay. Alpheus does so.
His line of thought is that you've seen the names, you know what order they're in, so your brain should bring you eventually to the one. Maybe it will hover over the particular name more often than the others, but when you stop, roll another wisdom check.
It's going to be the same name, isn't it? Maybe a reincarnation.
10.
That's better, but
This time, your finger stops over a particular name, and you kind of just stare at it for a while. There's something about this name. You're not sure what it is, but this name, now that you're just looking at it, it feels different to the other names. Once again, it could be like Rosalind, where it's just a name that might have some significance in your past, but the name that you found is Smaz Noctis.
Smaz Noctis, oh my god.
Dun dun dun.
Smaz.
S-M-A-Z.
Crazy.
Does this one stand out to you at all?
I think so. There must have been a reason I stopped on it, and it does seem a little familiar.
What's with the Noctis?
He's nocturnal.
That would be the family name.
in another life you are an owl.
Ooh.
Smaz, you can make me a...
A woman.
You can make me a woman tonight.
Oh, God. All right, let's just put you on some hormone therapy for a few years.
Make me another wisdom check. See if you remember anything in particular.
7.
No.
You tried.
Your rolls are shite.
Look, let's be glad he's getting him out the way now and not when you guys
Fighting.
reach the tower. These are terrible rolls.
Could we start asking around?
You can, yes.
Also, how did everyone get together?
They just met up at Bathmont. They met up at a tea shop. Twermus, could you make me a intelligence or wisdom check? Which is your higher one? Probably intelligence.
Both are us higher.
Then either or.
11.
11.
I'll give it to you. You have met... Come on, we're gonna be here all night with you guys rolling like shit otherwise.
Giving it to him, eh?
You have met someone who had the surname Noctis.
I have.
You have. You met someone back at Mutton Castle who had the surname Noctis.
I can't remember who it was personally.
And neither were Barlam. He was very rude to her, so he probably didn't pay her much mind. It's that faint memory. You go, hold on, we've met a Noctis. You know, it's like, I didn't care for her, so I don't really remember anything about her, but...
She wasn't one of the baddies or cultists.
Well, you could bring it up to the party.
I remember a Noctis back in Mutton Castle.
Really?
Yes. I don't think it was a cultist though. She wouldn't have laid her name bare to me. I only remember Esme, whom I slew.
Wow, that's better than what I had before.
Okay. Alpheus and Frida, you can make one wisdom check each to see if you remember anything about someone you met at Mutton Castle with the surname Noctis.
Alfie's got 10.
I got 12 plus.
3, so
Huh.
you got 15. Frida, you remember that Alpheus was hanging out with this slightly overweight human priestess, Cassandra.
Oh, that one.
Oh, just slightly overweight.
Okay.
She had the same surname.
Wasn't her surname Noctura?
Is that what I said it was, Noctura?
I think so.
Then that's what your surname is. Then this whole confusion has been because I couldn't remember the fucking correct name.
Noctura.
I remembered we met a woman that surname. That must be a relative of yours.
The writing was smudged on the paper, that's why it said Noctis.
Yeah, for a moment I thought I had friends called Ignis and Gladio and Prompto. I mean, I thought I was a Final Fantasy 15 character, but phew, dodged a bullet there.
Yeah, you're not attractive enough to go on a hot boy road trip, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
That's uncalled for.
He's a dog head.
More attractive than those guys in Final Fantasy.
So yes,
Sounds like a Castlevania guy.
Castlevania!
Castlevania.
she was a diplomat to the most edgelordy of nations.
Oh, yeah.
The ones that had the really kind of goth emo names.
That really tickled my gears.
Oh yeah, Night Daddy. Well, she did say to keep in contact. Maybe I should send her a letter at some point. I feel happy.
Do you remember where she said she was going?
She said she was a diplomat. She said she was going west of here, somewhere.
Go west.
She was, yes. You have a map, Alpheus.
God damn it, yes. I do have a map. Alpheus brings out the map and unfurls it to try and remember the place that she was going to.
There are 2, maybe 3 countries that you'd say are west of you. There is Isnende, Morlia, and Janway.
Morlia. It's Morlia. She's going to Morlia.
Morlia is not that far from you guys.
Well, something for the future.
Yeah, she was heading there to meet with their ruler, establish diplomatic relations between her nation and theirs.
That was it. Thank you, Guy Bellamore.
He kind of just chuckles.
Brellamore.
He's like, well, glad I managed to help you get something.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. One last question. Do you know Mr. Berkeley?
You'll have to remind the GM who's Mr. Berkeley.
You said there was a guy that was an animus in Elder Spell called Mr. Berkeley.
Oh, yes, that's me. That's my surname.
Oh, you're Brellamore Berkeley.
Yes!
Oh, okay. That solves that mystery.
The GM totally did not forget that I gave a surname for them already.
Brellamore Berkeley.
Nope, not at all. It's alliteration. My parents were jerks like that.
Fine. The end. The conversation ends.
So, sounds like you've got a lead then. Maybe this woman is family, maybe not, but it's a lead. And if you follow up on that name, you should start getting information if you ask around about it. If you find your homeland where you're from, then you should start getting triggers that will start bringing back some of your old memories. And once it kind of gets going, you should start getting bits and pieces back.
Yeah, just got to trigger Alpheus.
Would I know anything of this as Snork?
What knowledge skills do you have?
Me personally?
Your character.
Nobility and honour.
Roll me a nobility. Why not?
+5.
That's the only one associated with knowing about people.
16.
Wow.
Like, would I have heard any of these people and stuff like that, is what I mean. Anything that links in and go, oh, well, I know this kind of, the name's familiar, or I knew someone of that name, or, like, it could have been him in a past life.
The Noctura family are very prolific spellcasters, so you do know that. They are predominantly arcane casters, so you as an arcane practitioner would have had maybe some exposure to them. You don't really remember much about them beyond that. You know that they do come from the south, so that kind of level of information doesn't travel that much, because it's like, well,
I tried.
If it's not really something you would need to know, so it's probably not something that comes up. But you may have run into a Noctura at one of the academies, maybe over in Rosagraz at one point. Yeah, you don't really remember anything about them. You just know that the family name is one that is tied to a very prolific group of spellcasters.
I tried, Ed.
Well, that's something. Ed didn't know that.
Oh.
Come from a family of spellcasters.
Because Cassandra was a cleric, so,
There you go.
you know, he didn't know that.
So does Snork sort of relay those details?
Well, he hasn't gone in his character voice, so I guess not.
Your family seems to be spellcasters. Oh, did you know?
No.
You do now.
Hooray! Knowledge.
Is that everything that you guys wish to talk about for the night? Is there anything else anyone wants to talk to Brelinor Berkeley?
No, not particularly.
Okay, so can someone at random roll me a d20, please? Let's just...
11!
11.
Okay, 11. At night, you do hear the sound of critters, but nothing seems to come close to your campsite. So the people who keep on watch as you rotate watch, you do see movement in the shadows, but nothing attacks. It's not an overly restful night, as most of you are probably on edge. You are in the corrupted zone at this point, but nothing attacks, so you manage to wake up and get everything ready for the day ahead. You will be reaching the tower shortly. So, first question, druids, are you keeping the spells you had prepped from yesterday, or are you changing them up?
I'm happy with the spells that I've got. I can't remember exactly what they were.
No, I'm going to change mine. I'm still going to keep Create Water and Spark. Actually, I had Create Water, Spark and Guidance as my level 0. Actually, yeah, I'll keep those. They're fine.
Okay.
In fact, sod it. Yeah, I'll keep them all, actually.
Alright, and Jo said she's keeping hers, so we will continue. You travel closer and closer until you are soon at the base of the tower.
We've got a ward for that to remove the warding.
Okay.
Yes, you are able to see that there is a shimmer around the building. There's definitely some magic protecting this place.
I'd find the paperwork with the thing to bring down the ward.
Okay, so it is an arcane spell, so do you have use magic device?
I ask, what's his name? The wizard? What's his name,
Yeah, Brelinor.
Could you help me with this? It's apparently to bring down the warding.
Alright, yeah, pass it here. Let's take a gander. He looks at this and he's like, you know what, Barlam, you're learning magic. Hey, Amy, you get over here as well.
Oh, yeah, she's here.
She's like, hello. Barlam, you start reading this. Amy, give him a hand. This will be good learning experience for him.
What? Reading what?
The scroll.
Right. Is this a prank?
Nope.
Okay.
This is trial by fire. Come on, read the scroll. So you make a use magic device check and you get a +2 bonus to that because Amy's helping.
Okay.
He's trying to force you to learn magic.
Right. That's 27.
Yeah, this is effortless. I mean, you read the words, they make sense to you. Even though most of it is just gibberish, you're able to pronounce it properly. You see the diagrams on the scroll as to where to move your hands, and as esoteric and weird as it seems, you're able to just do it. Wow, 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 wow. After a few seconds, the spell is complete. The scroll just disintegrates in your hand, and the shimmering shield starts to crack until it shatters like glass. And Brelinor's just clapping. It's like, well done. I knew you were good, but wow.
You're a wizard, Barlam.
Mm-hmm. I was just about to say something about Harry's, but yeah.
Yeah. Also, watch out for falling shards.
It seems the old age parent method to chuck the child in the pool worked.
Yeah, this time I didn't drown.
That didn't work with me when I was younger, by the way. I almost drowned.
Aw.
Oh.
In real life
That's why I
or
can't-
as Alpheus?
In real life,
Real
that's why I
life
can't
is-
swim.
It's why he can't swim.
Oh, that's bad.
Anyway,
Yeah, it is now disarmed. You're able to approach the front door, and it is locked.
I take out my lockpicks in a flourish almost of magical nature and grin over my shoulder as I start working.
Okay, roll me a disable device check.
That's 15.
That's good enough.
Click!
It takes you a little longer. Either you're better at magic than you are at lock picking, which is weird considering you've been picking locks all your life, or maybe it's just that this lock is actually quite difficult. Whatever excuse you wish to use doesn't really matter, because the door does open and there's no traps, and you're able to see in the first room of the tower.
Ta-da!
The door opens and you are able to see into the entrance of the tower. It is dark as no lights are on, and it is covered in dust, but it looks like a normal lounge area, except for the attractive human woman standing in the middle of the room with her eyes closed, also covered in dust. The woman is in fact not alive, but an extremely detailed wax sculpture, and as soon as you take a good look at her, her eyes shoot open, and that's where we'll end it.
Ah, shit. That's proper Dead Space stuff. Like really weird glowing eyes.
and Snork humps her leg.
So that's where we'll end it. So yes, thank you everyone for playing. Hope you enjoyed yourselves.
Yup.
It's a little haphazard, but I think it went alright.
It was fun.
It was fun.
Burn.
Let's go to the turn next term.
And I now need to create stats for this fucking wizard that you brought with you.
Yeah.
I can't make him too powerful, otherwise he'll do everything. But I can't make him too weak, otherwise you'll be like, why is this guy in a fucking
I'd
professor?
rather have a powerful wizard with us, to be honest, because I don't want to die.
He's a buff boy.
Buff boy! Thank you for the game. I'm going to go eat.
From me and everyone at the Band of Others podcast, goodbye.
Hello, my name's Edgar, and here I am for some post-podcast credits. Starting with Bing Bang Bong by Dave James and Keith Beauvais, and Jazz Funk by Stefsax Awel. Down in chronological order, we have Frozen Dawn by Sergey Gdanian, Day at the Market by Antti Martikainen, Teller of the Tales by Kevin MacLeod, Lord of the Land by Kevin MacLeod, Myst on the Moor by Kevin MacLeod, and Frost Waltz by Kevin MacLeod. During Brellamore's Gym Bonanza, we have Beach Beat by Richard Kimmings, Lincoln Grounds, and Douglas Brown. Then we have Gregorian Chant by Kevin MacLeod, Dawn of Wonders by Adrian von Ziegler, Private Reflection by Kevin MacLeod, from Rimentus, A Passing Storm by Natentine. The S-Effects are by the Guild of Ambience, the MSSoundeffects, and myself. Most tracks are free to use, although some fall under a Creative Commons CC BY NC ND license. Finally, Steve, do you have anything to say? Of course you do. Here we go.
Hey everyone, if you enjoyed the show and want to be really awesome, please leave a review to let others know how much you enjoyed it. We're still a really small podcast, so this will help us get noticed by more people and help us grow. You can also spread the love by tweeting about us using the Band of Bothers hashtag, and let all your followers know about how awesome or stupid you think we are. Fun fact, I am really bad at coming up with names for the NPC characters, so if anyone leaves a review or tweets about us using that hashtag, I'll be sure to name an NPC after you, so that way you too can be a part of this game. If you'd like to message us directly about either Band of Bothers or Charisma Check, please email us at bandofbotherspodcast@gmail.com. That's bandofbotherspodcast@gmail.com, all one word. You can also find us in most forms of social media under the name Band of Bothers or Band of Bothers Podcast. Links will be in the description for the episode. So from me and the rest of the Band of Bothers cast, thank you for listening and goodbye.